سرنگونی به پیش با هزار اشرف. کنفرانس با حضور مریم رجوی، نیوت گینگریچ، سناتور رابرت توریسلی. 29 دی 1396. سناتور رابرت توریسلی: آنچه اکنون در ایران در حال وقوع است شروع یک انقلاب است. ما یک چیز را در رابطه با این انقلاب می دانیم و آن هم نتیجه آن است. آنها سرنگون خواهند شد.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Here's what's happening. This is the beginning of a revolution. It didn't begin yesterday. Its seeds were planted a long time ago in repression. The first shots were fired at اشرف and at liberty, a regime that stays in power by killing its own people, has a numbered life. Those same shots now are being fired at people for the same reasons, no longer at اشرف, but now in cities across Iran. So, to all of those who are witness to this beginning of revolution, let me share a few thoughts. First, to my government, to the governments of Europe, 8,000 arrested protesters, the bodies of young people being dumped at the doors of their parents' homes, unspeakable torture. Here's your Rouhani moderation. This is what moderation looks like in a dictatorship. Do you like it? Stand up to it. To Iranians in the diaspora all over the world, let me share a thought. Whether you're in Los Angeles or Berlin or London or Paris, wherever you may be, I don't care where you are. You have a role and you have a responsibility. You may no longer be in Iran and able to go on a protest, but you can be a force in history. If you have a laptop computer and you're sitting in Munich, get on it tonight and communicate with people across Iran and encourage them to take a stand. Speak to them today. If you're in Los Angeles, you know the role of the MEK. Rouhani confirmed it for you in calling Macron. This is not a revolution without leaders, and knowing that our words today will reach people of Iran through one means or another, let's speak to them individually in their stations in life. Newt addressed this better than I, but we've all watched revolutions. Every soldier, every policeman in Iran has a decision to make. Which side of history are you on? Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 6 months, maybe in a year. You will be asked to make a decision, and in 15 minutes may define your life. Do you shoot upon a crowd? Do you beat a student? Do you torture a young man? Rape a young woman in a jail? It'll be hard to say no. History will prove it will be harder to say yes. Fire upon a student on a street of Tehran. You may get through the day, but your children will deny your name. Your grandchildren will deny that they ever knew you. You will live in shame. You'll have your 15 minutes of grace from punishment, but you'll be condemned to generations of shame because you were on the wrong side of history. You did not stand up for Iran. You did not stand up for your own people. And stand with the people of Iran. Do not live in shame. And to those in Iran who, for one reason or another, in their station of life, cannot join the demonstrators on the streets because of their age or their responsibilities or their station in life, there's no shame in it. Everyone has a role. Everyone can do something. And I ask you this, if you hear my voice anywhere in Iran, wake up tomorrow and the day after and the day after that, and just say to yourself, what will I do today to honor my fathers, the culture that I love? What will I do for my country? It may be painting a slogan, Free Iran, on a wall. It may be talking to a friend to encourage them. It may be thanking a young person who is going to a demonstration. It could be hundreds of things. All I ask you this, do something, one thing, no matter how small, every day. You all have a role in history. Decide what it is. And none of this is to suggest that we are on a course that will end tomorrow or even the day after that. Our enemy will certainly fall as much as the sun will rise tomorrow, but that doesn't mean it's tomorrow. And we all have to have the courage and the steadfastness to understand it, because there will be good days and there will be bad. There's only one thing we know about this revolution, and that is the outcome. They will fall. The regime didn't just jail 8,000 demonstrators. They converted their parents and their siblings and their friends and their schoolmates. Jail 8,000 and you convert 80,000 to the revolution. Kill 100, you convert 10,000 to the revolution. They are building the revolution by their own oppression. That's the math of revolution. For us, it is only to remind people. I can only imagine how history is going to record the courage of the young people who have taken a stand. It may be as simple as this. They've finally decided that being Iranian doesn't mean you have to be poor. Being a child in Iran doesn't have to mean you don't have a future. Being Iranian doesn't have to mean that you can't be free. Why are young people taking to the streets? It isn't complex. It may be as simple as that. Time is up. Those young people know they have nothing to lose. Nothing. But their poverty and their hopelessness. And finally, Mrs. Rajavi, in all of this, there can be others who pretend to be leaders but have compromised with the mullahs. There can be people who say they believe in a free Iran, but they kind of got along to get along. But there is only one who never compromised, who witnessed not hundreds, not thousands, but tens of thousands of martyrs die because they would not compromise waiting for this moment. That organization is the MEK, and that leader is Mrs. Rajavi. Free Iran. Thank you, everybody, very much. Thank you.
Mrs. Rajavi, thank you. Speaker Gingrichch, Senator Toriseli, it's a pleasure working with all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored. As these young people have spoken, it reminds me of something I've said before and I've observed. The greatness of the young people coming up in a free society. I have watched Iranian children, young adults, in the United States, in Canada, throughout Europe, and I am always amazed and impressed at how well balanced they are and what strong characters they are building. And it always comes to me, if the country of Iran was free, like France, like Germany, like England, Canada, the United States, we would see the same thing there. And should these people of all ages be denied the right to democracy, the right to safety, and the right to freedom? No. They are fighting today. Victory will come. Hopefully it will come soon. They deserve that victory. And they also deserve our support and the fact that we will stand by them always. And we can never give up on them because they are not giving up on themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Mrs. Rajavi, thank you.